I teach a blended model of American History 1 and American History 2 to my students who are juniors and seniors. Right now, the way we have our blended learning set up is that I am teaching pretty much an additional class each semester. We've scheduled the class fourth period, so I have it one period each semester. And we scheduled it fourth period because 90% of our students go home, especially the seniors. So they choose to not work in a school setting. They choose that on their days where they're not in class with me, that they go home and maybe they work. More than likely they choose another time during the day or night or the next day that they work, and they have that flexibility. I have to be a little bit more diligent in making those relationships with the students in person, but I think the great thing about blended learning is that it allows me to communicate with my students through their assignments, through the comments and feedback I give them. In the same way, I think I did give better feedback and communicated with some of them much more than I ever would have, and some that certainly may have never communicated with me did because the digital resources allowed that easy communication, that less intimidating communication. I can get them to digitally collaborate and digitally participate. Shy isn't really an excuse there, and I think they forget about that. So they forget that they're giving their thoughts, and often analytical thoughts, and thoughts that could be a little bit wrong and might be a little bit right and might be completely wrong. And they're okay sharing that in that setting a little bit more. It doesn't seem nearly as intimidating. A lot of times our differentiation between honors and not honors has nothing to do with critical thinking or work ethic or discipline. It was a big priority for me to make sure that we offer these opportunities to a selection of students in our classes. And certainly there are different challenges for different levels. Some of our critical thinkers and creative thinkers are not the students that are getting A's in all their classes and have 4.0s. In the same way that some of our students who are getting 4.0s and walking out of our high schools are not critical creative thinkers and get to college and find that out the hard way. So I think it's really important that the nature of the classes, the nature of blended learning, I think in a lot of ways is egalitarian, and it offers these opportunities to all, and we revisit just what is a great student in our classrooms, and we challenge all students, and it allows us to differentiate. Right now I have a group of seniors, and I have honor students beside not honor students, and the differentiation is, it's so easy to pull it out that I can challenge a girl who I know is going to college next year and I know needs to be thinking, writing, and analyzing at that level, but in the same way I don't need to leave behind a learning disabled student who's just trying to figure out the big idea. That those two students can not only work in the same classroom, they can work side by side on the same things. So often you're a teacher, and if you want to move up, you have to not be a teacher anymore. And that was not something I want to do. I have no desire to move out of that role. So the opportunity culture allowed me an opportunity to still be in the classroom and still be a great teacher, and challenge myself and enjoy the time I get to spend with my students, but also be a leader and also pursue other avenues, whether it's for financial gain or even just to improve my craft in ways that are allow me to move up and without jumping into administration or leaving the classroom for other opportunities.